Okay, there we go. We should be live now, and welcome everybody to the um, Fire Cup Series playoffs presented by Chiropractic Health and Wellness Clinic. We're here for the Geico 500 at Talladega. So all the drivers are getting. We just ran qualifying. All the drivers are just kind of getting their cars set up, getting any last minute adjustments made right now to their cars for the race as we get ready to start, and we're going to be going for quite a few miles. 250 for us because we're running half the cup length, so it'll be 250. Um, whoops, didn't mean to start putting but yeah, so this is gonna be a fun race, though. I feel like we're just kind of waiting for our invite. Once we get our invite for the race, we'll be hopping in there. There we go. And let me just double check, make sure. Yeah, they are loading in. They're only supposed to send me that once they've started loading in, so. But thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in tonight for the health for the chiropractic health and wellness um, presented. Yeah, you guys already heard me say it once, so I don't need to plug the sponsor too many times. But yeah, we're getting ready for the Talladega race, first race of the playoffs here for the Fire Cup Series playoffs. So a lot of 8 drivers going for a championship. I believe all 8 are here, so no one's going to be essentially eliminated before we even start. Though it's always kind of at the forefront of our at the forefront is all I always fear that someone's going to miss the first race and end up missing out. So we had Laggy on pole, Warrior in the 3 on his outside, Liquid in behind Laggy there in that number 95 Toyota, and then JP starting 4th. JP already poking out of line, actually. Wow. As we're going back to that front row here, though, side by side on the start. And they're very quick to go to that bottom lane. Oh, no, we got a couple guys looking to that high side, actually. A lot of guys really looking like they really don't know what they're doing. And here we go, 3 wide for the lead already. Back-to-back winner here as he was exiting the regular season to get himself some bonus points there. The number 08 there on that inside line. He was your winner at Darlington 2 weeks ago, and he won the All-Star race. And now JP gets shoved down below the WL line. Don't know if he's looking down there to try and make a move, but right now, Chiller, your winner from the last couple weeks, he's going to be leading the field to the reset. So yeah, so right now, Dodge Dakota, Warrior, Chiller are your top 3 in points, and Chiller leads the first lap. Then we got Gull, Never Give Up JP, Beastly Sleeve, Liquid, and Laggy. So yep, we have all the playoff contenders are here. And we've got Dodge Dakota already on pit road. Uh-oh, that could be a serious issue for one of your playoff contenders. Another serious issue, though, for some of these playoff contenders. We got the 2 of the faster Chevys in the group. We've got the 3 in the 08 there grouping up and trying to just tandem draft away, though. It looks like the 18 is going to join up and try and make that 3-car tandem. Never heard of a 3-car tandem working out too well. And I don't imagine JP is going to be the first person to make the 3-car tandem a thing and make it work out. Just a thought that I don't necessarily think that he is going to be the first guy to make this 3-car tandem a thing. Though he was able to root the 3 out the way, now the 3 is side by side with that 95 who goes up the side draft, and now the 3, I think he was actually just trying to slide in behind the 95, made a little contact. But now we got 3 cars here. Once again, this time JP is the one to move up the track, and he's now the one being shuffled out. Everybody's just kind of shuffling around who's in second here behind the race leader. No one's really been able to move the race leader out of the way to try and take that spot. So, let's see what we got. Definitely got an interesting race though so far already. We've seen guys trying. We've still got really easily 5 guys here that could take this lead at any point. Here we go. Laggy looking to the outside. Not really got anyone going with him. Might have just been kind of doing the little quick peek to try and show, hey guys, I'm looking to go. Let's go. And now JP kind of peeking up to that outside lane, trying to say like, hey guys, let's go. Man, we got a lot of guys kind of just peeking up there like, okay. So I think, to be honest, Chiller's got to be watching that and think, okay, there's going to be an attack here from the high side. Here we go. We got 2 of them up there. 2 of them up on the high side. JP looks to be going with Chuck there on that high line. We got the 95 of Liquid, and we got JP, though, pulls back in line and leaves Chuck behind. Now here we go. JP right in behind these front 2. What's he going to do? Is he going to try and make the pass without any real help from behind? I mean, I can't imagine that the other 2. I mean, so far that's been the name of the game, is do you have help going with you? I mean, they're all kind of moving up off the bottom a little bit. Maybe potentially baiting the 08 into leaving a lane open on the bottom, because if you can get him to leave a lane open on the bottom, especially through the tri-oval where the outside lane is probably the best. I think the outside lane is only really close to equal in that tri-oval. I say that as JP gets passed in the tri-oval. Or maybe even to the, during the, I guess maybe the back straightaway might be a place where you could root him up to the outside, lure him up to the outside. Now we got it. There we go. 95 and 3, drafting on by, and now the 08 is stuck on that outside, and he's going to be on the outside going into this corner. Best bet yet. There we go. Go up the track, lift off, just to breathe the throttle a little bit, probably. Get in behind these guys and draft right back up to them, since right now leading these laps aren't paying anything. So, of course, a lot of these guys are definitely looking forward to it. So let's see what we got here. We got JP looking to the high side. We got Liquid kind of poking up there. Chiller, I think he was kind of looking up there to see how high JP was going to go, or for how long. And now JP is number 18. Ford Mustang is on the outside with Chiller there going to the inside. He's going to link back up with those front 3, and he's going to shuffle JP back to back to 4th. I mean. So he's front 4. I mean, they're putting on a pretty good show back right up here. I mean, I don't know what's happened to the rest of the field, but I'd say the front few haven't had any real major issues though. But yeah, so right now though, let's see. We've got Chiller, there we go. So just trying to see what move's going to be made here. We see JP constantly looking to that outside, so JP desperately wants to see someone go with him. I mean, JP absolutely desperately wants to see someone go with him, which meanwhile, a lot of these other guys are looking to just try and make, I think a lot of these guys probably don't really care for where they're at right now, just because it doesn't really make that big a difference. Just gonna fade in the transition there because I forgot to do it earlier, but oh well. So yeah, so right now though, looks like JP just kind of, he's the only one really poking to that outside though. Chiller looks to that inside. I don't know what his thought process was there. I don't know if he had I didn't see quite if he had contact with that 95 that might have sent him down there. But you do want to maybe back up to a pusher. I just don't know if that's the pusher you want to be backing up to. I mean, this very easily could be a very bad decision. Let's see. Yep, there we go. He's able to get... Actually, the 18 just goes right on by the 08. Now, let's see. What is JP going to do here? He's running third. And we very easily could see a battle here for position, maybe. Not really sure. Comes down to what the 08 does. The 08 following right in behind that 18. I don't know if the 18 is going to take that as a he'll go with me if I move to the outside. Oh, the 3 actually. The race leader looked to the outside. Not really sure the thought process in moving to the outside as the race leader, but oh, here we go. Looks like a lot of them peeking to the inside. That might indicate to me, first off, that okay, Chuck just got cycled out, but also it looked like they were almost thinking about coming to pit road early here. Now, of course, we know that only one of them can make it one lap further because, of course, the 9 came to pit road on the first lap. Don't know if anyone else has come to pit road, but we've got a second pack of cars there forming. Here we go. Everybody's just kind of forming up in a pack, getting ready to go pack racing. Now JP's looking at that outside. Right now, I'm glad they're trying things. I don't understand why. Like, I understand, of course, you want to lead the race. But when you've seen so often that, everybody that's tried to go to that high side, everybody's just not gone with them. There's been no help on that high side, regardless of who it is. You haven't seen anyone go to the high side and make the pass on the leader. It's all been about the leader messing up and getting to the high side. Now, if you get 3 guys to go to that outside, you can do it. Problem is that right now it doesn't seem like anyone's actually trying to go to the high side. Like, the only time a person wants to go to the high side is if they're in second trying to get around that leader. Everybody else is always just looking to go to that inside on the very next car they can. Like the second a car goes to the high side, they'll just go to the inside and gain that extra spot. Here we go. Chiller actually making a bit of making a bit of a move there on the leader. Actually, it looks like they might be under the yellow flag from the looks of it, considering they all of a sudden just kind of started to slow down. Yes, they are actually. They did just throw out the yellow flag, so the yellow flag will be out here in this one. So yellow flag is out. So right now the running order is the 3 of Warrior, then the 08 of Chiller, who's won the last 2 races actually. Then you've got JP, Liquid, and then it looks like Laggy's currently 5th. 6th place is, we'll have to wait and see when they catch back up. I believe that is going to be, it looks like that's going to be Sleevy actually. Sleevy's going to be the next car. Then Gull. Then it looks like Dodge Dakota taking up the rear of the race. And that should be all 8 of them. And ironically, all 8 are playoff contenders. So whoever wins is going to be a playoff contender. Now, there's no winning you're in for these playoff guys, so all these guys are just looking to try and point their way in. So, just going to take a quick look over at the point standings here. As they run, we currently have Laggy came into the race 4 out, so he needs to finish 4 positions better than JP. JP and Sleevy, actually. JP and Sleevy are the first 2 on the inside looking out. Liquid's only out, though, by 1 point, and JP's only in by 2 points. I mean, you've got, from Gull on down, you've got them separated by a max of 8 points. So, I mean, playoffs are tight right now. I mean, I would not envy these guys if it came down to me having to win the race. I would not necessarily be the most thrilled in trying to think, okay, I've got to win this one. So here we go. They're gridding up and getting ready to go green flag. So yeah, so a lot of guys competed in bits and pieces of the season, but weren't consistent enough to make the playoffs. So, but yeah, all the guys, though, that are here tonight are definitely playoff contenders and are going to be racing for this championship coming down the line. So here we go, coming around. We're going to see them get gridded up here for the green flag. Let's see. We've got Warrior, Chiller still on the front row. JP's still on the inside of the second row. I would be worried for anyone starting about first on back. I'd be worried for. I'd be worried for about everyone from first on back, I think, is the wreck range for JP. I don't think he's going to be able to wreck more than that. I think that's about the max he's able to wreck in a single wreck. But, I don't know, I guess we'll find out here as they're gridded up. We got Laggy on the outside of row 2. Then we got Liquid and Gull, who are actually friends there, sharing row 3 together. Then rounding out the final row, the fourth row, that's Sleevey and Dodge Dakota. Dodge Dakota's dominated the season. Green flag appears to be out, and we've already got a bunch of guys shuffling around positions. The 3 was able to get to the inside. The 95 was able to get by the 18 there on the start. And, man, I don't understand what happened to the 18. He didn't go at all. I mean, he's usually the one jumping the restarts. Let's see. I mean, you've got to think, like, okay, you got Dodge showed up there on the outside. These guys, he's on the lead lap. Everybody still maintained the lead lap. No one lost a lap on that first run. But here we go. You've got everybody now kind of jockeying for positions here all throughout the field, because now they're all back together. Like right now, you got Sleepy on the outside trying to make up some ground here. And of course, he's got a fellow Toyota in the race, so all 3 manufacturers fairly well represented here. Quite a few Chevys, quite a few Fords, and a couple of Toyotas as well. Despite Toyota's typically seen as the 3rd manufacturer that not a whole lot of people like. We got a couple of Toyotas in the field. To be honest, I think that's pretty fair that we got a couple of them. Here we go. The 08 now dropped all the way back. Oh, and the 73 goes and cuts off the 22. That's going to now drop them back even further. So now we've got, it looks like we got, that's Liquid there on the outside of the front, or trying to get to the outside of the, I almost said front row, because they're running these like pace laps, just at 200 miles an hour and a little bit less organized. But here we go, the 9 and the 3, side by side, and the 95 looking to the inside. Oh, the 9 goes up the track. He's not going to be able to challenge it. Oh, we got a one spin, and that's a single car spin. That will not bring out the caution. Oh, no, wait, no, might bring out the caution, though, with the second car spinning there for Chiller. So we're going to have to see, though. Are they going to throw the yellow flag? Do they have enough laps left in the stage to bring out a yellow flag without ending the stage under caution? If they would end the stage under caution, they'll try and run it out to a completion rather than throwing the yellow. Mainly because we don't have the safety concerns that NASCAR does. We don't have to worry about any safety, and that's also why we're able to race when NASCAR isn't. So we got a pretty good race, though, going so far. Looks like, yes, they did decide to throw the flag for that one, so kind of understandable there. We got, I mean, you had 2 cars that did technically spin, so, and there we go. The 3 car slows it back down. Now the 19, or not the 19, the 95 and the 73 running second and third. Just kind of getting everybody re-racked, and we're going to be getting them packed right back up again. After quite a few of these guys, I'm assuming, are going to come for fresh tires and fuel on the pit stops. But not all of them. That is Liquid Dog that stays out. The 22 stays out. Uh-oh. Man, those are some... Those guys decided to stay out. Let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, this is going to be interesting. I mean, two guys stay out. We haven't really seen much strategy call here, so right now we know the front row. We know the 95 and the 22 are going to lead us to the green flag on the front row. The final 6 positions are all up for grabs, though, here as everybody comes into the pits. Looks like it's going to be the 3 and the 18. That might not be. Yes, that will be. The 3 and the 18, or the 3, 18, 73. Your first 3 out. Then I believe it's the 9, 08, and then rounding out the field is your is the number 10. So this is gonna be a fun one. We're gonna get them packed back together, and we're gonna go for a restart and try not to wreck them all again. Let's see if we can get the restart going here without wrecking the field. Now, of course, every restart that's gonna make it, the outside lane think, is there a chance? Because of course, on the restarts, probably their best chance to make a pass for the majority of the field, considering the majority of the field when we do get these yellow flags coming is when you see the most amount of chance for, say, someone like JP to go out there and use that high line, because he's got 4 drivers forced into lane with him, into the same line as him. So, unlike earlier where you saw guys kind of peeking to the outside, you've got 4 guys pretty much committed to the high side until they start to clear the inside lane, mainly because they can't go any lower because there are cars there. So I think it's a question of, here we go, green flag back out, and let's see. Oh wow, the 9 immediately takes it 3 wide, and that's going to kill any momentum the outside lane would have had. So now we got the 22 and the 18 trying to get back into line at the tail end of the field. We got the 9 and the 10, though, working together, trying to make something happen here on the high side. Not really sure what the thought process is there, but they are trying to make something happen here. So, yeah, and they are, man, that's 73. They're still, actually, they were 3 wide there for a minute. Oh, yeah, they're still 3 wide throughout the middle of the pack. They were trying to go 4 wide. They were trying to go 4 wide on us. 4 wide, not going to work. 3 wide, probably could work. But yeah, right now though, oh, we got contact in the middle of the field. Let's see, are we going to see anyone? Let's see if we've got anyone really kind of peeking to that outside, or if they've all gotten single file at this point. Looks like 22 and 95 currently on the outside. I'm kind of having to work together, and there we go. The 95 finds a spot in line as his friend actually there in the number 10 car. I believe they might be teammates. I'm not sure, but they are pretty good friends in real life, though, and they were both on the outside. Now Sleevey there on the outside. And Gull once again to that outside lane. And they are trying to wreck. I mean, they've managed to somehow not have a big one yet so far. But I'm sure the one guy that's really happy right now is that number 3, because he's the only one not really in any sort of high pressure from anyone right now for a pass for position, because... Oh, wait, no, never mind. I stand corrected. Someone is going to try and pass him for position. Here we go. And now we got guys looking to the outside as well. So we got a few guys actually committing to the outside and trying to help pass here. So the 9 and the 95. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is the 95 going to be able to pull it off, or is the 3 going to have it? Let's see. Let's see what we got. It looks like that 95 and 9 might actually be able to help this 9 actually clear. Yes, he will. They actually 2 out of the 3. Oh! And contact with the 3. That's actually going to allow all 3 of them to clear now. So now that group there with 2 Chevys and a Toyota up at the front going to be allowed to run. And right now everybody's just trying to find their footing here. I would not be surprised to see these couple of these guys a little bit further back. Let's see if the 10, the 3, and the 95 can try and make something happen here against the 9. Of course, the driver of the 9 has already won 6 times this season, but still not a guarantee to make it through any of these rounds. I mean, you've got to make sure you're doing well in every single race. Came in with the most amount of bonus points of anyone, but from his 6 wins and his 6th place finish in the overall regular season, but a lot of that can be erased with just one bad race here in the playoffs. Let's see what we got here. We got 8 drivers going for this one, and we got 4 of them right up here within a very small space of time. And for once, we actually see that outside lane kind of hold off the inside lane there. We just saw kind of the 3 and the 9 make the outside lane work against the 10 and the 18. Now, I wouldn't recommend trying that more than once, because I think once was more than enough to realize just how close they can come to shuffling you out of line. But let's see, what do we got? Oh, we got the 95 shuffling the 10 out, so clearly not playing too much of friends here. So yeah, so right now though, this front of the field, they are absolutely not holding anything back right now. I don't know how many laps got left in the stage, but man, they're racing like there isn't much left in the stage. So there we go. The 10 goes for a slide, but he recovers. He's gonna be back in line here, and he's gonna be trying to draft back up to it. A lot of these guys have lost the draft. Are gonna be hoping to just not lose the, lead pack too much. I mean, they've lost the draft. They're just hoping to not get lapped here before the end of the stage, which isn't super likely, but it definitely can happen here. We've seen it happen before, and it certainly can happen again. So yeah, right now though, everybody's just kind of in behind the 9 trying to figure out. And to be honest, I think at this point you just need to be talking with anyone you can pretty much to see if you can find some friends to help you make the move on the outside. Because I think it's pretty much confirmed you need that outside to, like, the outside is the only lane that anyone's going to give you to try and get around them. And here we go, all 4 drivers that aren't a part of this pack are looking to the high side though. It looks like they might have all gone to the high side as the yellow flag was coming out for the stage, because they all went up there, but it was just as the stage was ending there. Dodge Dakota, your stage 1 winner in the Fire Cup Series. So Dodge Dakota, your stage winner. Driver that number 9, will he maintain it after the pit stop is the question. So your stage 1 winner, Dodge Dakota. Normally we would go and talk to him, but as of right now, and because we're streaming this on YouTube as well as Facebook, yeah, there's a certain crisis going on that I can't actually talk about without YouTube getting too upset with me, so we're not going to interview him just to be better safe than sorry. So, here we go. Once the whole crisis has died down and hopefully people aren't talking about it as much, just can't really take the risk right now of with everybody talking about it, probably because it's the topic of conversation right now pretty much across the entire world, and hence why we don't have any NASCAR or any sport, to be frank, for the next like 8 weeks or so. I mean, I think it's only 8 weeks so far that they've confirmed are gone. I would anticipate probably a few more getting added onto that if this ends up continuing to spread. But here we go. Let's see what the 9's going to be able to do. There we go. Kind of poking it. Everybody kind of poking to that outside again. But, oh, we got one car is a bit off the pace there. A couple of them already dropped back quite a bit. But right now, if you're this 3 car, do you go with the 95 or do you go with the 9 to try and increase your track position, or to try and gain a position here? I really don't know what the decision should be here. I think overall, I would say probably best call would be to go with the... I would probably say... I know what I would do, and I know what I want them to do. I would be the guy to just stick the inside lane regardless of what happens, no matter what. Inside, inside, inside. What I would like to see them do is I'd like to see a couple of them maybe talk about at least trying the outside lane to see if you can make something work for the end of the race. Now, I don't anticipate these guys to do that. I anticipate them all to be fairly greedy around the bottom lane here. Now, for some of these guys, though, that absolutely need the points, like right now, JP and Liquid are in a direct points battle. I mean, I think right now JP would have the would have a 1 point lead over Liquid, and I think because of where Sleepy's running, I think he would actually be the other guy out. So I think it would be Sleepy and the 22 that would both be out of the playoffs currently if this was the final race of the round, though it's only the first. So we'll look at the points though after this race, and we'll see just how it goes. And of course, there aren't actually. Oh, the 18 goes for a slide and a spin, but that's only one car, and he's gonna have to try and get it back up to speed here real quick because he doesn't want to lose any of these second pack of cars. Because if you can draft up there with some of those guys, though you pretty much lost them too. But if you can at least draft with somebody, you can try and maybe have a shot at getting back up to this front pack, because it's a lot easier to organize 2 cars in a single file line and commit to not passing each other than it is to commit an entire lane of cars like what you've got here with like 5 cars there in line that you would have to commit to all running in that line. So I guess we're going to have to see, though, what's going to happen. Yeah, so I'm not even really sure what's going to happen here. We got the 3 and the 9. Then you got that 95 there. I think right now, I would like to see them try and group up for something on the high side, but I just think that a lot of them are going to be too greedy and are going to try to just stick it to anyone that comes up off the bottom in this race, and I don't foresee any of them actually going anywhere. But so far, we've actually been fairly good on costume life. We've had 2, and one of which was for the stage end, I think. Oh, wait, no, I think we had 3. We've had 3, 2 for contact, and 1 for the stage end. So we've done pretty well on caution so far. We're making pretty good time as the 9. Oh, no. There goes the 9 to the outside. He's going to... But now, of course, the 9 has his teammate there, actually, in the 08. So you might be able to see these 2 actually pull off some kind of strategy here to see if they can draft up past these guys. I think if you're going to see someone, I think the 08 and the 9, oh, but the 9 just smacked the outside wall. That's going to slow him way down. He's going to probably lose the draft here. Oh, uh-oh, there were a couple cars spun on the backstretch. I think that might have been the yellow flag coming out. We'll have to see, though. Yes, the yellow flag has come out, so we have the yellow flag out once again. So, yellow flag out for the 4th time here this evening here at Talladega Super Speedway. We're in the middle of stage 2. And right now your current leader is the number 3 of Warrior, but of course with the caution flag, pretty much any of that can change right now. And it's kind of the same conversation for qualifying, where really, I mean, a lot of these guys, they didn't really care where they were starting, except for, I guess, Liquid. Or not Liquid, Laggy really cared where he was starting, because he was starting on pole. Just not that it really meant a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, but yeah, so it was Laggy. Warrior started second. Third was Liquid. Let's see if there were any other surprises in qualifying. I guess the surprise would be the fact that Dodge Dakota was on the back row of qualifying. Though right now the 22 is still trying to catch up to the field. So right now the battle off of the pit road, it's going to be probably between these front 4, I'd say, are probably going to be all in contention for the lead off the pit road. Maybe 5. I think there might be 5 cars now there. Actually, yeah, there is going to be a 5th car in contention, and it's going to be the 9 who goes right on by the 3 coming off of pit road. He was the one guy I didn't think was actually going to be in it, but of course I think they actually played the tire game. I think they only took about 2 tires, maybe even fuel only there on the 9. And then the 95, 08, and 10 were the next few off pit road in that order. Then we're going to have to wait and see where the rest of the field starts to show up as the pack starts to form up. Because, okay, so it looks like JP next, then Sleevey, and Laggy is just now exiting the pit road. So looks like JP, not sure. Yeah, I think JP and Laggy, yeah, they're going to be sharing the back row. So, Laggy, I feel bad for you. You're starting on the back row with JP. Of course, that's only the 4th row. I say the back row, but it's only the 4th row. But that should at least mean that I think the 1st row, maybe the 2nd row, should be safe from JP wrecking the field. Problem is that I know he's had a few repeat issues. No, wait, never mind. JP came out ahead of Sleevey. My bad. So Sleevey and Laggy are actually gonna be on the back row together, on the 4th row together. So yeah, so about the first row might be safe, because JP is starting on the outside of the 3rd row with Gull. I don't really know how much he's able to do from the outside of the 3rd row, but we're gonna see as they get ready to go. Green flag here coming through the tri-oval. But as they always seem to say here, the start-finish line would be right about here if we were racing at the sister track of Daytona. But instead at Talladega, when Bill France built it, he built it to try and sell the grandstands down towards turn 1. There's the start-finish line. So the start-finish line is all the way down there towards turn 1, trying to sell extra grandstand tickets down there. And that final little bit has made a lot of difference in a lot of different races. So I guess we're going to have to see how this all ends up playing out. But here we go. We got a lot of guys just going everywhere here on this restart. So right now, after the restart had a little bit of time to settle out, it's back down to the 9, 95, and 18 battling it out for the race lead. But we've got some of these guys actually starting to look like they're going to try the high side. But again, that's kind of part of the thing you don't want to really do, is that the leader at times can be a little bit of a sitting duck because the rest of the field can group up on them. And to be honest, I think if this entire field went to the outside on Dodge and he wasn't expecting it, and here we go, we got a couple of guys going out there. Oh, and everybody else just kind of leaves the 08 out to dry. I thought the 18 was going to go with him, but the 18 pulled back in line and just kind of let the 08 slide back, but now the 18's out of line and he's going to be sliding back. I mean, come on, guys. You guys got, if you're going to go to the outside, I mean, I get it. You guys are trying to gain every position you can. But wouldn't it, I mean, you're not going to be able to make a move on the leader by just doing this. There we go. 2 guys going for it. We got the 95 of Liquid, and we got the 3 of Warrior, and oh, the 95 makes a little bit of contact with the 9, goes up, hits the wall, and he's going to be dropping back, and now the 3 will be quickly dropping back to him as well, as the 3 is now on the outside lane with no help. And he's going to pull a little closer back in line compared to the rest of the field. But he's still going to have to try and fight this one back, because of course, that's not necessarily your friend. You don't want to be the guy hopping in to the line there. So let's see what we got. We got ourselves a pretty good race actually here at the front, to be honest. I mean, despite it is kind of a single file train, but at least we got guys oh, not really sure what happened there. JP went up to the high side and then went all the way to the wall and smacked the wall. It's like, JP, you really, if you're going to go up the track, you really don't want to go more than about a car length, half a car length if you have to. You basically want to go up just enough to actually pass the leader, and you want to be right on their door, essentially, just side drafting them, trying to slow them down. Probably a little bit of contact, just knowing the way these guys race. Now we got Gull up here at the front. He was your regular season champion. He led the points all season long, but he's yet to find that victory lane in this series at all. He was your runner-up for the championship last year at Phoenix when we ran the championship race there. This year the championship will be decided at Michigan International Speedway instead. So potentially we could see a different type of race there. I think we'll probably see I don't know, actually, if we're going to see a better race at Phoenix, or if we saw a better race at Phoenix or Michigan. Phoenix, I think, was majorly helped by the fact we had a 2-lap restart, and it was a short track where guys could beat and bang. Now at Michigan, it's a higher speed track where you get more of this type of racing, but your car isn't as reliant on running full throttle. And in fact, you're probably going to end up lifting most of the time around the corners and whatnot. Now this is the Fire Cup Series, Joe. I'm broadcasting for, but yeah. So this is the Fire Cup Series playoff race, first race of their playoffs. We got 10 of Gull. He's looking. I don't know what he's gonna, where he's gonna go. He's looking down below the inside here. I highly doubt he'll be able to make this move. No, because he's looking to the inside, and of course that double yellow line, just like on your normal street road, that means no passing. You can't pass below there. And that double yellow line, it wraps all the way around the track. Can't pass anywhere below that line. And in the corners especially, you don't want to be going down there because the transition in the banking is just so harsh. Here we go. The 3 and the 9. These two, they've been right up here at the front as well. I think the 3 is, how many wins does the 3 have? The 3 has, okay, so Warrior got 3 wins on the season, so So yeah, so 3 wins versus 6 wins, but they were basically the only 2 with wins prior to like 2 weeks ago. They were the only 2 guys who had pretty much won races. Actually, there were only 3 guys that won races that actually made the playoffs this year. Kind of unfortunate, but when you've got a guy that wins 6 races in a season, I mean, what more can you do about it? About trying to get a diverse group of winners. And now these front 2, they've really kind of started to draft and separate themselves from the rest of the field. So yes, we're gonna have to see. But yeah, of course, a lot of these guys trying to make it work. But yeah, right now though, I think, okay, so the 73 able to make it up here, and they're gonna try the 3-car tandem. Is it possible to 3-car tandem? I don't know necessarily, because I think the 3 needs to be able to very finely control his radiator, and if he's going up to try and cool his radiator and the 73 is trying to cool his radiator, I feel like that leaves a lot of room for a mistake. And because of course you can't run the temperature too hot here without doing damage to your engine over time. So a lot of these guys really trying to just run it as hard as they can. So right now though, these front 2, they are running actually really well together. Especially considering those are both Chevrolets and they have essentially a needle on the front of the car in that nose. I mean, you can even see it. Like if we go to the aerial view, you can very clearly see the very sharp points on those Camaro noses, and it does actually play a factor when they're trying to push each other. And they've got a rounded back bumper, I believe, if we can. Yeah, so you can kind of see the rounded back bumper as well. So you're essentially trying to push a basketball with a needle, which is not the easiest thing to do, especially if you're trying to do it at 200 miles an hour. Or actually, I think some of these guys are even hitting speeds of like 205, 206, 207, which is insane speeds here. But yeah, right now they're hooking up. They're going straight to the front, too. No, these front 2, they're trying to draft away from everybody. Let's see what's even going to happen. Oh, 73 in the wall. 73, and I believe the 73 and the 08 are both on new wheels, so that could be potentially a little bit of inexperience with the wheel playing factor there. Of course, actually, when I raced the 08 earlier this week, ironically, he actually beat me, but we had a pretty good duel back to the line. I think we finished within about a couple hundredths of a second of each other, so it was a pretty good race that he and I had at this track in a 1v1 duel. Weren't able to get anyone else to join us for any of the practice sessions throughout the week, but we've got some fast guys though on race day for not having really run much practice together. Let's see, we got the 3 and the 9. The 9 goes low, the 3 is kind of on that outside, peeking to the outside. But he's got a little bit, he actually has room to try the move because Gull isn't right there to capitalize. If Gull doesn't go with him, he can see it and move back down like what happened there. And now with Gull right on his back bumper, I think he'd be a lot harder pressed to try that move unless he sees Gull move first to that outside, which you saw happen. But now basically it comes down to, is the guy on your bumper? If yes, you can't really take the risk of peeking to the outside if you're the lead car there. But I think if you're the 3 here with a slight gap to the 10, I think you can peek outside. There we go. The 10 10 goes even more committed to the outside. The 3 actually didn't look like he was super committed to it, and yeah, everybody's just kind of trying to peek their nose to the outside. Not really much working out here. Not really sure what's happened to the rest of the field. I think they've just kind of gone by the wayside themselves here. Got the 95 and the 22. They both look like they've been in a wreck. But no cautions so far, so we haven't had really a break in the action in a while. So we've had pretty good racing, though, all in all. I mean, right now these guys are all looking to the outside, now looking to the inside. Not really sure what's going to happen here. Let's see. I mean, 100%. If I'm this 3 or if I'm the 10, I'm trying to communicate to the other guy that, hey, I will go with you. Let's go. Let's make the move on this guy. Let's get this pass done. So let's see. What are they going to do? I have absolutely no idea what these guys are going to do, but I would be willing to hedge a bet that they are probably not going to stay in line the entire time with each other. I just think there's too much out there for them to go get. I just don't think they're going to stay in line. I think at some point you're going to see the 10 and the 3 really realize that, hey, we're coming down to the final couple laps and we need to go. Here we go. They're linked up there. No, the 10 leaves the 3 out to dry. Oh. To be honest, though, I think if I'm the 3, I'm trying to show, I'm going to try and show some cooperation, especially since the 3 doesn't have his teammate in that 18 up here at all. I mean, actually, really, I mean, you've got 3 Camaros up here at the front, but none of them are teammates. So I think you're going to... Oh! Uh-oh, and that's the 3 car. The 3 car's gone round, and let's see, is anyone going to pile into him, or is he going to maintain a 1-car spin? Gets back up going, and it looks like he is going to maintain... Oh, uh-oh, here we go. We got a 3-car pack here as well. Let's see, it looks like... Coming up on, oh, I don't know. Were they slowing down for a caution flag? Definitely didn't look like it until then. Then they all just kind of all of a sudden slowed down. Did they throw the caution or did the stage end? Because it seems like they were going pretty fast for a while after the stage end if the stage did end. And yes, that would indicate to me that the stage did end because they are moving in a very uniform pattern. Something that doesn't typically happen in this league. They don't usually run under the yellow flag. They're more disorganized, slow than they are at 200 miles an hour. Like, as hard as that is to believe, they are more organized at 200 miles an hour than they are at, caution speed. You go up to the front row. Now you've got the 3 and the 18 on that high side. Gonna try and make something happen. Let's see, the 9 and the 3 going into turn 1. You've got the 3 really trying to pinch that 9 low because he really doesn't have any help up there. Come on. This is where you guys show who you're willing to work with. And early on in a run, it seems like it's no one. No one's really willing to work with anybody else. So Dodge Code has won both stages so far. I believe. I'll have to check with that after the race, but yeah. So right now, Dodge Dakota, he's won both stages and he's leading right now. Will he be able to close out the race? Of course, stages don't really mean a whole lot considering we don't award points for them, but here we go. Oh boy, the 3 absolutely just checked up a ton. Did they throw the caution for something? I would assume that if they're throwing the caution that some of these guys towards the back kind of got tangled up. Then saying, again, when the back is still 8th place, I mean, they're all guaranteed a top 10. Kind of feel really bad though for Warrior. He had his perfect top 5 streak broken going into last week's All-Star race, he had a perfect 10 for 10 on top fives. And of course, with it being double points, that also meant double starts essentially. So he ended up with now he's got 12 starts and only 10 top fives. But those are still some impressive stats to see. I mean, he's got the most consistency probably out of anyone in the league. Though I think that might be rivaled actually by Gull, who has, Gull, he's yet to find victory lane, which is kind of where his points have lacked. But only 3 races has he not finished in the top 5, and he's run every single race. 11 top 5s in 14 starts, and every race he's managed to finish 6th or better, which is impressive as well. Just kind of looking through the stats, for a stats guy like me, I find that incredibly impressive. Dodge Dakota does have has the best average finish, though, barely. He just about has it as the best average finish at 3.56 over 3.58 of Warriors. Of course, 6 wins doesn't hurt that average finish much. Also only running 9 starts out of the 14. And here we go. Looks like, wait a minute. Okay, I was talking stats, and I think JP took the lead. Yeah. So JP took the lead. This doesn't go well. This statistically does not end well. I think we have a higher chance of getting, I think each viewer on this stream has a better chance of getting hit by lightning simultaneously than this ending up well. And that's not even hyperbolic. I think that's actually fairly accurate for stats there. I think the probability is actually higher that we all get struck by lightning simultaneously, including me in my basement, than this ending up well, JP leading. So, here we go. I guess the only way to really know how this is going to go, though, I guess, is to line them up and get ready to go. But, I'd tighten these belts extra tight right now just to try and make sure you're ready for that impact, because we haven't seen I don't think we've seen too many cars end up in the grandstands, but I think we're definitely going to see a car in the fence, probably. Let's see. So, yeah, right about here. Right here would be where the start-finish line would be at Daytona. But Talladega, where we're at right now, you gotta wait all the way to right there for the start-finish line, and they go green at the line. So really, and that distance, it can make a lot of difference. We've seen a lot of passes made in that final 1,200 feet. And even though it's only 1,200 feet and these cars are moving probably 205 miles an hour through there, I would say that it's very likely that we can see the pass for the win made there. And here we go. We're going to see 3 wide, and JP in the sucker hole. That's not going to go well. This is definitely not going to work out. Not going to work out for when the 95 and 22 make contact. 22 is good, 95 is not. So 95. Kind of unfortunate there for the 95 who started third in this race. But of course, it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. Probably one of the most quoted NASCAR sayings ever. Because you can go from last to first pretty easily, especially in this field where you've got only 8 guys to pass. But of course, now you've got teammates at the front here. I do not anticipate the 08 really even seriously poking out of line. I think the only reason he would poke out of line is on accident. And there we go. We see him poke out of line, so maybe we don't see him poke out on accident, but he gets back in line. Looks like if he isn't poking out on accident, he's having an awful hard time trying to keep that car on that inside line. Well, let's see. We got a wide range of where cars are. And it looks like we might be under the yellow flag. Yep, the yellow flag is back out. So they've decided to throw the yellow flag. I'm assuming for the 95s, because I didn't really see any other wrecks happen, but there's a chance there was another one that I missed. Oh yeah, maybe the 73 might have gotten tangled up in something. Not really sure who he would have gotten tangled up with, but that could definitely have been the other car that, or the car that caused the caution there. But I guess we're gonna have to see what happens here on this restart. Well, of course, we gotta see what happens on pit road first, because JP leading laps definitely is a real possibility, you know, when it comes to caution flag. I don't know if you'll see him lead any green flag laps tonight, but you have been witness, though, to him leading some laps at this track. Yeah, so here we go. We got everybody coming down the pit road. Everybody just kind of dogpiling into their pit stalls. Hey, guys, you guys are teammates. You don't need to share a pit stall. Hopefully the 08 got his service, because he kind of dogpiled in with the 9. I think he did stop in his box, though. Otherwise, I think you would have seen him racing around to go hit the pit road again, because he would need another time in to get that service done. And they have traditionally granted the extra lap of caution if in the event where that happens, basically so that the guy can get his service without being completely cheated out. Looks like the 73 either tried to go up ahead. He might have just raced ahead to go get a drink, because a lot of these guys I'd say a lot of these guys are probably drinking right now. Don't recommend drinking and driving at 200 miles an hour, but I guess in a virtual race car on a video game, it's not too illegal. And none of the rules in the league really get enforced that heavily anyway, so. I mean, it's pretty, I mean, especially the last couple of weeks, it's been pretty much essentially the wild, wild west out here on the racetrack, even though they've been in the east. And oh, there goes the 73. Now he's got damage. He's probably going to need another lap of caution to go and repair that car now that he's gotten wrecked. Not sure really who he got upset with there, or who made the contact with him that probably would have gotten him pretty upset. So here we go. It'll probably be a long repair cycle, and we gotta wait yet another time around here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the race. Let me know who you guys think is going to win this one. Of course, we got Dodge Dakota, who's led quite a bit of the race, and actually currently to the 08. He's won the last 2 in a row. Then you got Warrior, who's won the last, or who's won 3 races this season already. Didn't have the race at Kentucky that he was looking for, but, and then of course you got defending champion Dodge Dakota. You got 6-time winner this season, Dodge Dakota. I mean, I think Dodge Dakota leads. I know he leads the wins column. I don't think he leads any other stat though. I mean, I think because he only has 8 top 10s and 7 top 5s. Now in 9 starts, that's pretty good, but of course with everybody else making more starts than that, pretty much. The stats definitely Or, I mean, I don't think he leads another column, except for, I guess, he leads playoff points and he leads the average finish. Or a couple other standings that he leads. But speaking of stats, or getting the stats out of the way, we can go and we are getting ready for this one. We're gotten the cars back around. Sleevey looks to not have wrecked too badly this time, though he's got JP on the same row, so I don't know how long that clean race car is going to last. Looks like a couple guys trying to figure out where they're supposed to be. Looks like actually we got two Toyotas on that high side versus a lot of Chevrolets on the inside line. Green flag back out, and what is the 3 going to do? Wow, the 3 immediately goes to the middle, and he's trying to get down to that inside. Here we go, 4 wide. Man, they're going to try and go 5 wide. Oh, the 9 car, he loses it. The 9 car lost it on the apron. Man, Dodge Dakota might not be able to recover from that one. That was a 1 car spin, so it shouldn't shouldn't cause a caution, but man, that's a bit of a bummer if it is what's going to cause it. Well, it looks like, there goes 73, and there goes the rest of the field, looks like. Oh, and yeah, there goes the 95, and that's the 22, and now the entire field's wrecked, I think, pretty much. I think the 3, the 08, and maybe the 10 and 18 have gotten through this clear. The rest of the field's wrecked right now. And here we go. So they decided to open the, because of how quick the caution came, they opened pit road immediately rather than racing it back to the line, which I can understand that. I mean, especially when most of the field's wrecked anyway. They aren't going to be competitive for positions here. But yeah. But thank you guys though for everybody that's been tuning in throughout it. Throughout the race. And I say, once again, let's see who's going to win the race off pit road and who's going to win the race. In all honesty, I think if I had to make a pick, I mean, it's hard to tell because I think whoever's leading on the final restart, because of how little they've really wanted to work together, the entire field, I would say, I think whoever's leading on the final restart is probably going to win the race. I mean, we haven't really seen how, granted, Warrior actually was able to do what I'm about to say. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do. But Warrior on the last restart was one of the only people we've seen all night be able to start on the outside lane and lead the field into turn 1. Most of the time we've seen that come from the driver on the inside lane. Now, I think Warrior on this restart is going to be the guy to get a big help because he's got his teammate there in the 18 behind him. Now, I think the 10 and the 95 could easily link up and go to the front. I don't know if they will, but I think that's what they probably should do. And I guess we'll see what they are gonna do here. And I say, but that's 3 Sleevey Motorsports cars. I almost forgot that's 3 Sleevey Motorsports cars on the high side there. The 10, 95, 73. So I believe that actually all 3 of them are teammates. So all 3 of them are probably going to drive right around this. I think if they really want to, I think the 3 of them can try and coordinate something pretty easily and try and drive around these guys on the outside. I think it's going to come down to a battle of who you've got for teammates. And say, it just happened that all 3 of them happened to line up 1, 2, 3 on the high side. I don't really think there's anyone they're missing from their crew either. I mean, here we go. Green flag is out, and they're racing towards turn 1. We don't really see a whole lot of organization from either lane, really. I mean, oh yeah, there we go. They're 3 wide. Trying to go 4 wide, so that's going to majorly help out the 3 here. Now, they might wreck, and JP is running second. So JP has made his way back up to second here, and let's see if he's He's going to try and make the move on his teammate there. He goes down to that inside and shoots the 08 up the track after the 08 tried to pass him. And 08 and 22, those both wrecked, and it looks like it's going to be raced back to the line. 9 car in the wall. That's going to shove him back on the order at the time of caution. There we go, coming across the line. And it looks to be like, man, I mean, that's got to be a bummer, though, for the 08 running third. Ends up in a wreck and ends up actually being the caution flag that comes out. So, I mean, it's a late caution so far. I mean, we've had a lot of them. We had a fairly clean first two stages. Most of the wrecks were fairly small and quiet, and then we've just had big wreck after big wreck after big wreck. So, I mean, cautions breed cautions is another very commonly quoted phrase, and I don't think it's untrue here. I think we are going to see a lot of cautions breeding other cautions here tonight. So let's see. Everybody's coming down pit road. And really, I mean, what else is there to talk about? Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? One second. The capture card decided to freeze on me, so we're going to have a slight technical glitch here, guys. Sorry about this. Stream is not ending. Uh-oh. Come on. Stream's not ending, guys. Just having a technical hiccup. Are you kidding me? Trying to get our picture back, guys. Sorry. Man. Bummer that... Don't know why this had to happen, but... So yeah, so sorry about the technical issues right now, guys. We're trying to get the stream back. Oh, and looks like we got picture back. There we go. So we got the pictures back. Sorry, guys, about the technical issue there. We should have a no, I should just get a like TV error screen ready for if we do have a technical issue, so you guys that I can flick to while I'm trying to get the thing working. Problem is I can't really show that and know if I'm getting it actually working or not again. So we got it back working though now. Dropped off a few viewers, not really a big surprise because we didn't have any. It was kind of glitching out there because I was refreshing the capture card, but we're back. Caution still, the caution flag is still out. We're still working the caution flag, and actually the 73 coming up as they were getting ready to. I thought they were getting ready. It looked like they were getting ready to go green, but the 73 was just coming out the pits. Is the 73 gonna line up there with the rest of them? Or is he a lap down? This could be a little bit of an issue here. Really sorry about those technical issues, by the way, guys. Been trying to keep it, and it looks like they are. Looks like they're running a quick pace lap. I don't really know. I think they're running a quick pace lap, just trying to get the essentially the lap under caution done quickly, so they've spread out, so they're fairly safe, and they're trying to get around this track, because I mean this track is absolutely massive. If they went like 65, 70 miles an hour the entire way around, it would take a while. It's a 2.66 mile super speedway, and if they're going 60 miles an hour, it would take a while to get there. And my picture cut out there. Hopefully that... Oh, are you kidding me? They're gonna cut out for you guys too again. Uh-oh. Yet another freeze. Me, what the? Why? Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get this back going. There we go. Now, I'm not going to touch it anymore. I'm just going to let it go. Hopefully we don't have any more issues. Green flag is out. Green flag has just flown. Luckily, we've had these issues both under caution flags. Otherwise, we would have had some major issues having to cover the race without a picture here. No idea why that's been such an issue though tonight. It usually isn't that bad. Here you go. So the 73 is right up here with the 18 and the 3. Let's see what is the 73 gonna do here. He's running right up at the front. Let's see. I would be inclined to say I think that. Let's see. 18 is gonna try and go to the inside on his teammate. Not gonna really work there though. The 3 is able to maintain that inside line, and really, I mean, you want to hug that yellow line as much as you can because there is absolutely no passing below it. So, I mean, if you can hug that yellow line, you're essentially forcing everybody to go to the outside of you, even down the back straightaway, where they, in theory, could go to your inside because they aren't allowed to pass there. But, of course, without much help, I don't really see how the 18 is going to be able to do that. To be honest, I think the strategy for the 18 and the 3 is going to be to try and draft together if you can to get away from these guys. Problem is the better you draft and the more consistently you draft, the more consistent everybody else can try and draft off you to get right back up to the field. Here we go. There goes that 9 looking to the outside. Oh, 9 gets absolutely body slammed into the wall. And the 18 gets slid down low. He's way too low right now. And he's coming right. Oh my gosh. JP, really? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, that was just a bad move, JP. And he wonders why people have been getting mad at him. Middle of the corner is not a place to merge, JP. You take your penalty of you're down below the apron, you can't run super fast without spinning yourself out, and then you merge on the back straightaway. You don't merge in the middle of the corner with someone there and just try and shove them out the way. But, oh well, I guess logic doesn't really run over there, so I guess we'll figure out. I mean, I don't even know what to do with him at this point. I mean, it's like this is the 3rd race in a row where he's just been making the stupid moves like those. And ironically, I think pretty much every time they've affected the 73. I mean, 73. He wrecked the 73 a couple of times at Darlington. Then I think he and the 73 got into it a couple of times in the Fire Cup All-Star race. If you guys saw that, highlight video is up on the channel. Then you've got that incident tonight. Where right now, but now looks like all 4 of these guys though have managed to weather the storm and are all up here. Kind of unfortunate though that the 9 got shuffled out like he did there. Now Sleevey looking to try and get his first win of the season in the Fire Cup Series. And I think his first win overall. I don't think he won last season. I don't remember super well if he did win last season or not, but I mean, he is really up there. He's trying to win this season. And let's see what we got. So what is the position? What are the positions going to be here? Across the line, it is going to be. So the 73's managed to make his way up to 2nd. Of course, that 3 though is still leading the field. The 3's picked up. I mean, this would be the 3's 4th win of the season, and we give him a lot of momentum to try and advance to the next round of the playoffs with, because he also finished up the regular season in 2nd of the regular season points. So he's done really well, actually, overall. I mean, I would say that the 3 definitely deserves to be in the playoffs. Can't really say that of other certain drivers that managed to finish second in the points in the or managed to tie for second in the regular season points. JP. But yeah, so right now though, I'd say pretty much if any of these front 4 win, I feel like it's a fairly well-earned victory because all 4 of them have been pretty much up at the front most of today. Like, barring incidents, they've been right up here battling for the lead. Here we go. 73 and 08 on the high side. 08 gives them the push, but now the 73 not really having any help, though, to finish the pass. And then he maintains his high side, letting the 08 through. Now I'm wondering how many of that situation where the 73 could have come down to maintain second came from the fact that he was told that someone was going inside before he was actually to his inside, and he wasn't able to get down there to block. Now, to be honest, I don't think it makes a big difference for him right now. I think right now these guys are just trying to block as hard as they can, and to be honest, that 73 actually looks a little bit laggy there. I don't know if that's me or if that's him. I say it definitely feels my Xbox definitely feels warm, but let's see what it's gonna do here. Right now, the 73, he's worked his way back up to second now, as the 08 is going to shuffle back to the back of this line. This is really, it's pretty much just trying to figure out where you want to be in line prior to the start of prior to the final rate, or final lap of the race. I can English. I promise, I can English. I'm not great at it, but I can English. Contrary to popular belief, I can actually English. Let's see what we got, though. And there we go. The 73 moves up the track. The 10 moves in behind. Or not the 10, and the 08 moves in behind. The 10's kind of falling off the back of this field for now. And here we go. Let's see. Are they going to mount a charge here? The 2 Toyotas, are they going to be able to make something happen here? Oh, and the 08 into the wall. That's going to allow the 73 to the inside of the 95. They're going to... Man, these 2 Toyotas, I'm telling you, these manufacturers need to start working together. So the problem is if you don't build up the trust now, then when are you going to? You can't just keep saying, oh, well, we'll make the pass on the final lap, because if you don't trust the guy, if you don't make any of these guys trust you prior to the final lap, what makes you think they're going to trust you on the final lap to make the move with them rather than just hold their position that they've got right now? In all actuality, I don't see a real reason that that any of these guys would trust each other at this point, because they've just done nothing to really earn trust throughout the race. And that's probably the one reason why I would maybe poke to the outside every once in a while, would be essentially to just go with the guys, try and make something happen, just to prove that I'm willing to work with you. Come the final lap, then you can maybe say, like, oh yeah, well, I was able to work with you earlier in the race, so we can work together here now and try and get this one. So, right now it's Definitely looking a little bit. Oh, and here we go. Everybody. Oh, uh-oh. Everybody make it to pit road there? I say everybody came really quickly into the pit road there. And it looks like they did all make it, but man, is that close on some of those. Oh, it looks like the 18 just coming out of the pits. We might need to watch this one a little. We might watch this a little closer to see if these guys are going to maintain their race lead. Let's see, here comes the 3 and the 73. They're both coming out, but are they going to maintain the lead as they get their cars warmed up to speed here? Looks like they will. Yeah, maintain their race lead. Kind of makes sense because they did have a pretty big lead going into it, that they were going to maintain the lead at the end of it. So here we go. Man, this is a fun one to watch, but yeah, so far though, definitely a pretty good race though, all in all here for this one. We got guys coming into the pits. The 08 just finishing up service on his car. I think he might have elected to repair some of that damage. But here comes the 08. Or, no, here comes the 3, I mean. So, what are these guys going to be doing to get around the lap traffic? And in particular, here we go. Actually, maybe the 08 didn't elect to repair damage and instead just stayed out a little longer than everybody else and was able to hit out there. But, yeah, the 3 able to just kind of rocket around there. Now he's got actually a fairly big lead on everybody else, so I think without a caution, I think you're going to see a fairly easy win here for the number 3. Unless you start to see some guys actually start to work together. So again, this is where you need to develop some of that trust. I'll push you up to the back of this guy, but when we get to the back of this guy, I want to go. I want to go for the move. And that's another issue, though, with the 3 getting out so much of a lead right now. When the 73 and the 08 catch him, they're probably going to have a very big head of steam, and they're going to need to do something. Ironically, these are both the guys on brand new wheels, to my knowledge, so I think they both are still having a little bit of inexperience there in that retrospect, switching over from wheel to controller. Luckily, it's a fairly easy track. It looks like the 73 even just let off again. I don't know if he missed and just rolled down or what. I mean, pretty sure we saw him parked in this pit stall. Not sure why he just let off the back bumper there. I don't know if he just didn't trust the 08 to work with him, or if he was trying to drop back to help, or have the 9 help him, but the 9 just dropped back off the back bumper of the... Man, no one really seems to want to actually work with each other to try and catch this 3 car. Luckily, it looks like the 08's managed to catch him up a little bit, and the caution flag's out. So, caution flag out once again here in the Fire Cup Series. So, once again, we've got a decision to make, and I think at this point you gotta be wondering, can these guys make it to the end of the race? I do not know. I mean, your guys' guess is probably just about as good as mine. I have no idea what lap they're on or how many they've got left to go on, whether they can make it on to the end on fuel from here. I think they're starting to get in that window though, which is always kind of the first sign of the race getting ready to start. Because I mean, in all honesty, the race doesn't start until everybody's made their final pit stop. I mean, that's usually the way I go with it. That's when I use to establish my trust. Like, I'll go with you. I don't mind running second until the final pit stop's over. So I mean, that's how I would prefer to do it. If I was in this race, I would use the first 134 laps or whatever to establish trust, and then I would go for it in the final 30, 40 laps. So let's see, what do we got here? So it looks like we got the we got teammates there actually in the 08 and the 9. Does the 08 check up to let his teammate in? I think the 18 is really going to try to not let that happen, but that's if the 18 is aware enough to not let that happen. I think the plan, though, for these guys is going to be to try and get these two in line and work together. I don't know how they're going to pull that off necessarily, like what method. Because, I mean, the 3 is going to be wanting to push that 9. Now, if the 9 goes down to that inside, is that going to just leave the 3 with a massive run and the entire outside lane with a massive run where they might get overtaken by that? I mean, that could be a big thing there. Let's see what's going to happen as they are starting to grid up, and looks like we are short one driver. Looks like Laggy is the only one not up here with the rest of the pack. I think they're getting ready to go green flag, though, regardless, so hopefully he's catching up to the field very quickly, and I think they might just let him go with the momentum, or are they going to roll around one more time? They're rolling around one more time, so here we go. So we're all so they're going to be rolling around here one more time. We're going to see them roll around, and then we're going to see them drop the green. So actually, we got 2 pairs of teammates in the first 2 rows, because we got BOC teammates, which I still don't know what BOC stands for. Then we got JPM teammates there, and JP Motorsports teammates with JP and Warrior. Then we got Sleevy Motorsports teammates. Yes, we do. We have Sleevy Motorsports teammates on the 3rd row with Sleevy and Gull. And then on the 4th row, we've got Laggy, who I think is actually still technically a free agent because no one's actually picked him up for a team. Though he's done pretty well for not having a team. I mean, he's shown up to 9 races and still made the playoffs. He was the lowest in points to make the playoffs, but oh, and here we go. Oh, come on, really? And you go. Mute him real quick, because we can't have. I've got to try and keep everything as clear for YouTube as I can. So here we go, getting ready to go for the green flag coming out here. And the green flag is out, and to be honest, what? When did the 10 get up behind the 9? I don't really know what's going to happen here. And oh, the 95 goes for a spin. So here you go. We got everybody's just kind of packing up here. Oh, the 10 into the outside wall. Let's see, but there we go. The goal hasn't been achieved. So everybody's goal pretty much was achieved for the first 2 rows. The goal for the front row was to get their 2 teammates in line. Now, the goal for the JP Motorsports teammates probably should have been, I feel like priority number 1 should have been trying to get keep the other teams from getting single file, but I guess on benefit they've at least gotten single file, and then they got side by side there and shuffled JP out, so I guess not really as to plan for the 3 and the 18, but went pretty well for everybody else. I mean, everybody else got on and off pit road, on and off pit road pretty good, and on the restart they did pretty well. And there we go, Laggy just shuffled them out, so Laggy maybe trying to audition to try and make sure he gets one of those DOC teammate spots. I don't know how many teammates they already have. They might already be at the 3-car limit, since it's only a 3-car limit for this series. Let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, I really think the main thing is going to be just waiting to see at when and at what point does the 9 try and dump the 08. Not like completely dump him into the wall, but I'm just talking about like, when is he going to try and get past him? Because right now, 9 running second, he wants to win this race, but he also wants to help his teammate not lose this race completely. And to be honest, I think they both, to be honest, don't really need the points. I mean, they both need the points, but they don't really need the bonus points from the win. They both already have a fairly good amount of points. I'd probably like to see the 08 win and get 3 in a row, just because we haven't seen, just because Dodge has been dominating so much this year already. And if he were to win again, I think it would just kind of, I think everybody would probably appreciate a Chiller win, even though he's won the last 2, going for 3 in a row. Trying to get that hot streak going. I just think everybody would like to see the 08 a Chiller go for another win. Let's see. Sleevey going to that inside, though. That's going to shuffle the 9 to the high side. What's going to happen here with JP? Because JP's up in this mix. What's going to happen here? JP looking at that inside. Not really going to be able to do much down there because that's out of bounds. Looks like he's going to drop to the rear of this pack. Oh, and here we go. 73 and the 22 side by side. 73 in the wall. 73 gets in the wall. And that leaves 4 cars very tightly packed together. And the 73 just kind of straggling back there. I don't know if he's too far back to draft or not. It looks like he might be right about that threshold. Now, the more these guys side draft and slow each other down. And oh, there we go. 3 wide for the lead. Just about. So here we go. And the 08 allowed back in line. And he's now, once again, the sole leader. Are we going to see a caution flag? Yes, the caution flag appears to have come out. So, and let's see. Depending on how organized they are, that might have been the finish of the race that we just saw them go 3 wide. Oh yeah, that was the finish of the race, so Chiller actually gets the win. So let's see what the final finishing results were. So it was Chiller, Dodge Dakota, JP, Laggy, Sleevey, Warrior, and then Gull and Liquid rounding out your field. So actually everybody finished the race. That was pretty good. And wow, that was, so yeah, in the end though, I was kind of right there. I did say that it would be the way of essentially whoever was leading at the end, or who was leading on the final lap, or on the final restart, was going to win the race. The 08 was able to lead on the final restart, and he was able to win the race. Now, it was a little bit closer than I thought it would have been, but really, in the end, no one was going to get by him because no one really cared to try and get by him. So, in the end, though, Chiller did get the win, and we will... so I'm going to go and actually start totaling up the points real quick. And just so that we can see how the points shake up after the first race. So, just going to really quickly go and try and get some of these points. Actually, I'm not going to be able to add the points up because some of my hotkeys are going to end the stream if I do. So, I guess tune in next week to find out how the points actually shaked out. But in the end, I think pretty much, I think Liquid and Gull are going to be the guys on the outside looking in going into next week. But again, everything could realistically change between now and then. So thank you guys all for watching this broadcast here of the Fire Cup Series presented by Chiropractic Health and Wellness Clinic. And we will see you guys in the next race. Once again, congratulations to Chiller for winning the race.